Good morning and welcome. USA Wager Sports Brief. I am your host, Rodney Knuppel. This is Thursday, June 24th, 2021, the final week of June already. We're going to be halfway through 2021 already. We never thought we'd get through 2020. Here we are halfway through 2021, just under halfway through 2021. All right, plenty of sports to talk about last night and looking at the schedule today in the world of sports. Once again, 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Make sure you go to our our Sports 2.0 Network YouTube, which many of you are finding this show on, and press that subscribe button. Our numbers are growing well. We love it, but we'd love for you to join as well. So the Sports 2.0 Network YouTube, make sure you subscribe it on all the social media outlets. All right, let's talk sports. Atlanta came away with a 116-113 win last night, and that is an upset because Atlanta was an 8-point underdog coming into that game. Seemed like too many, but it also seemed like Milwaukee was going to win the game. They did not, and now they trail 1-0 in that series. The Hawks used 48 points and 11 assists from Trae Young. John Collins scored 23 and ripped down 15 rebounds. Those two guys are tough for Milwaukee to stop. And then obviously, if Young scores 48 a game, this series is going to go to Atlanta. Obviously, that's a heavy task for Trae Young, but he was really good last night. The Greek Freak with 34 and 12 in a losing cause. Now Milwaukee must win game 2 on Friday. They cannot go to Atlanta down 2-0. So that's a pivotal game 2 on Friday. Once again, Atlanta 116, Milwaukee 113, Eastern Conference Finals, game 1. Game 3 tonight from the Staples Center. If you're talking about must win, that is the situation for the Los Angeles Clippers tonight, as the Suns lead that series 2-0. We talked about the wild finish on Tuesday with the alley-oop to DeAndre Ayton as time expired. The just outstanding pass from Jay Crowder. Tonight, the Suns are supposed to be getting Chris Paul back. The Suns are a 1-point favorite on the road at the Clippers, and the total is listed at 221. I personally like the Clippers to bounce back in this one. I said it after Phoenix won game 2. I think the Clippers bounce back and win game 3. Paul hasn't played in over a week. I know he's a veteran. I know he's, one of the more intelligent point guards of all time. I like the Clippers, though, to come back and win this series, win this game. I'm not going to go as far as winning the series, but I think they win game 3. I'll take the Clippers and the point tonight and at the Staples Center. All right, let's move to the ice last night, where we are down to the final no more than 10 games of the National Hockey League. We got one left between the Islanders and the Lightning. The defending champions are on the brink, as the Islanders won in overtime. A thriller last night at home. The Nassau Coliseum was up for grabs as the Islanders won 3-2 in overtime. They scored the final 3 goals of the game, including Mayfield tying the game in the third, and then Beauvillier, I didn't say that right, but that's good enough, with a minute 8 into the overtime as the Islanders won that game 3-2. And again, 5 goals, that's about the sweet spot for these playoff games. I know just the other day Tampa Bay scored a bunch, but just 24 Tampa Bay shots, that's not good. That's not enough for 3 periods plus a little bit of overtime. They got to get more pucks on the net. Obviously, Islanders doing a really good job. Islanders, Canadians, both doing a great job of just keeping puck away from the net. I mean, that's the game of hockey. And we could have that possibility now. Islanders, Canadians, Stanley Cup final, we'll find out here in the next day or two. Tonight is game 6 from Montreal. Vegas at Montreal. That series is 3-2 Canadians. Vegas is minus 145 on the road at Montreal. Here's my deal. I went with Vegas from the beginning. I got to take them in game 6. I still think they win the series. But Montreal just continues to do it, just continues to find ways. And, that I'll go with Montreal tonight. I don't mind the value at minus 145. I know, you could probably get better value out of them. But I think they win that game, and I'm willing to take the minus 145. So I'll take Vegas there. It is a total of 5. I will throw a little bit on the under because, again, the max of these games seems to be 3-2, 4-1. So I'm willing to take a push there and hope maybe that game ends 3-1 and we win that one. But 5 is the total tonight on ice. All right, Major League Baseball. The hump day slate of Major League Baseball saw the Tigers top the Cardinals 6-2. St. Louis now 2 games under 500. Probably, I would say, maybe the most disappointing team in Major League Baseball. Maybe the Atlanta Braves as well, but Cardinals certainly struggling and have not been good. Milwaukee used 7 innings from Brandon Woodruff. He was good as they beat the Diamondbacks 3-2. Arizona now 21-55 on the season. The Rays topped Boston in an AL East battle 8-2. The White Sox ended their 5-game losing streak as they beat the Pirates 4-3. Giants used 13 innings, but they won 9-3 yesterday. 13 innings. They scored 6 against the Angels. They survived a pretty good Shohei Ohtani outing. The Astros have now won 10 in a row as they pummeled Baltimore. I believe it was 13-0. And the Padres have swept the Dodgers for the first time since 2013 as they came away with a 5-3 win there. Those two teams both really good, and every time they play, it seems like we have some really fun games. But the Padres swept the Dodgers. Thursday slate in Major League Baseball. There are 2 afternoon games here coming up here in a bit. Kansas City is at the Yankees. The Yankees are minus 200, big favorites in that one. Look at maybe taking the minus 1.5 there and get closer to your money back. 12:05 again. Kansas City and the Yankees. Oakland is at Texas. That is the other afternoon game. The A's are minus 140 there. All right, a few games in Major League Baseball. Little smaller slate. Some teams are traveling today, getting ready for a weekend series. So a smaller slate. Let me just highlight a few games. Boston is at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is minus 125 there. The Nationals are minus 115 with Joe Ross on the road, but they're in Miami. I still like Washington in that one. Houston's just a massive favorite at Detroit, as they should be, although Detroit has, won a few games in a row. And the Cubs are at the Dodgers. Dodgers are big favorites there. Walker Buehler on the mound, Zach Davies for the Cubs. So that's just a look. I don't love a lot of baseball today in the world of betting baseball, but those are a few that I will certainly take another look at. All right, PGA is back this weekend. Right now, Kevin Streelman got off to a good start as they are underway at the Travelers. It is in South Carolina. Kevin Streelman went 4 under through his first 13. Hendrick Norlander, I think I said that right. Is it Hendrick? Yeah, well, Norlander is minus 4 as well. So that's just kind of a look at the quick update. In the first batch of guys, really nobody's through about more than 14 holes so far. It looks like one guy's 14 in, several guys are just a couple holes in. So we'll keep an eye on that as the day goes along. Not all the big names, but still several pretty big names in that field. We'll follow them throughout the day there in South Carolina. So that is a look at your PGA Tour update. All right, WNBA yesterday, the Lynx topped the Dream 87-85. 3 games on tap tonight. If you are interested in betting the WNBA, the Sky at the Liberty, the Wings are at the Fever, and here's your PSA. Fever stink, just won 1 game all year. Wings aren't great, but I'll take the Wings on the road there. Make sure you bet the Wings. Bet against the Fever until they beat you. Mystics at the Sparks is the final game in the WNBA tonight. All right, a huge slate of MLS yesterday. No games today. I think everybody in MLS played. How many teams are there? There was, 12 games yesterday? Are there 24 teams? I should know this. It would be my guess. Let's run down yesterday's scores. New England, the Revolution, beat the Red Bulls 3-2. New York City beat Atlanta 1-0. Philadelphia beat Columbus 1-0. And then the thrilling game yesterday, and this is why soccer here in America gets such a bad rep, 0-0. Played 90 minutes plus. Montreal, DC United, 0-0. No score at all in that game. FC Cincinnati beat Chicago 1-0. Minnesota topped Austin 2-0. Houston and Portland went to a 2-2 draw. In that one, Nashville topped Toronto 3-2. Kansas City beat Colorado 3-1. Seattle over Salt Lake, 2-1. LAFC, Los Angeles. So 2 New York, 2 LA teams. So that's why we say it that way. LAFC beat Dallas 2-0. And the Galaxy beat Vancouver 2-1. Those are your MLS scores from Wednesday. No games tonight. Soccer, and of course this weekend you'll see plenty of games. We'll talk about those as we get there. All right, hopefully that was your greatest 10 minutes of your sports day. Looking forward to the action tonight. We have game 3 from the Staples Center. We have game 6 from Montreal. We have a good baseball slate, not a full one, but a good one. PGA Tour will go on throughout most of the day. Now they are on the East Coast, so they'll be done a little bit earlier than they were last week when they were on the West Coast, but still plenty of golf going on. We'll have all the weekend action. Stay tuned right here to the Sports 2.0 Network. Make sure you like us, subscribe us on YouTube. We would appreciate it. And then you can get all the updates from all of the wonderful shows here on the Sports 2.0 Network. I'm Rodney Knuppel. So long for just a while.